For quite some time now, I've been looking for a new Telecaster and I wanted to get a Stratocaster. And in particular, I was going to make the Vandalism Strat that Kurt Cobain had. But I just couldn't convince myself to get a Strat. It's not that I have anything really against Strats, they're just not one of my favorite guitars. And I've had a Telecaster now for a while that I've wanted to upgrade, so now I figured was the time to do it. This is a John 5 Squier Telecaster. I've had it now for a little under 10 years and I have worn the heck out of it. The pick guard looks like Wolverine got a hold of it, and there's little scratches and nicks and bangs all over the guitar, even on the headstock. And some of the frets are really worn down, as you can see here. Now you might be asking, why are you taking this guitar apart and modding it out if you've enjoyed playing it so much? And well, as much as I've enjoyed playing it, there are some things about it that I've always wanted to upgrade or change or stuff like that. For starters, the neck pickup, for whatever reason, had a bit of a gap between the actual scratch plate and the pickup itself. There's like a little bitty, I would say maybe even, I don't know, I wouldn't even say it's a quarter of a centimeter, somewhere in there. And for whatever reason, the high E string that is, would always get stuck behind the pickup. You'd barely hit it and it'd get stuck. But if you hit it real hard, it wouldn't get stuck. I don't know why that would happen. So I just took a 1.5 millimeter pick and just crammed it in between the pickup and the plate, and that stopped it. But I still didn't like the way that looked because it kind of just looked rigged and, well, shoddy. And I also felt like, even though the pick guard was nice, that metal chrome mirrored look, I just felt like it was just a slight bit too tacky, and I felt like a black pickguard would be a much cleaner, slicker look. The pickups on this guitar were not bad. For the price, they were actually pretty decent, but again, I wanted to upgrade it. I went for Seymour Duncan 59s. This is not only what Kurt had on his Vandalism Strat, with the bridge being a 59N, but I also wanted a 59 bridge pickup because I just like the way it sounds. It has a nice twang, kind of crunch to it. I really love the sound of a PAF humbucker, and these are Seymour Duncan's attempt of recreating a classic late 50s PAF. I decided to get the plated 59s because I felt like having the open face pickups being in black would just be too much on this guitar when it comes to the black color. There's nothing wrong with all black guitars, I just wanted a bit of a color contrast. And once you see the guitar after I'm done modding it all out, I think you're going to agree with me that this plated humbuckers look really good with that black pickguard. So let's talk about the original specs of this John 5 Tele. All this information comes from squierwiki.com. They're a really cool wiki page dedicated to Squier guitars and covering everything about them. If you want to know something about your Squier, go there, and I can almost guarantee you with 100% certainty they're going to have it covered. As you can see, the quality of the guitar is not that bad. It's got an alder body, it has a maple neck with a rosewood fingerboard, and it even has double binding, and the pickups are pretty nice, with the neck being an Alnico 5 pickup and the bridge being a ceramic pickup. Now I know ceramic pickups kind of get a bad rap, but for metal, which is what John 5 plays, they're actually really great. Now this guitar has another variant. There's an all gold version of this guitar, and I know this is up to the consumer, but I cannot stand the look of this guitar. Something about a gold body with gold plating, it's just, I don't know. I don't like it. I've never liked it. It's just one of those things that I can't just not see as tacky. But back onto the build, overall, it was pretty simple and straightforward. The pickups are not wired like a standard guitar. There isn't a tone knob. Both knobs are for the volume of each pickup. So I just had to unsolder the pickup from its pot, and then once I unsoldered that pot, unsoldered the pickup from the pot, I should say. I just put the new one in and it was ready to go. And I hate to do this to y'all, but I'm not going to show you my soldering. I suck at soldering. I've only had to solder, maybe 3 or 4 times. And it's not very clean. It works, but it's not very clean. And also I accidentally wired the bridge backwards, so I had to go back in and fix that, and I don't want to lead by a horrible example. So once I got everything properly wired, I put on the new pick guard and I put the volume plate back on. And for some reason, the pickguard needed to be filed around the plate area. I'm not sure why, but it was a quick fix. And I also had to file around where the neck pickup was going because it was just a slight bit too big for it. Once I cleaned up the neck, I just easily screwed it back on and it was ready to go back on the guitar. Now with the pickguard, I also put just a little bit of copper tape on the inside. This just helps with feedback, and I didn't feel like covering the entire thing because I feel like that'd be just a bit of a waste. And I want to take this time as well to tell you about where I got all my parts and everything and what I'm using for this guitar. I got the pickups from Franklin Guitar Works, and I absolutely love these guys. They are more kind of like a refurbishing and second chance store when it comes to guitars and guitar parts and stuff like that. And they're a really amazing shop. I'd highly recommend looking at them before you make your next guitar purchase, whether it be a pickup or a piece that you need for something or whatever, maybe a whole guitar. I don't know what you need, but I would definitely look there first. I got the pickguard from Capital Music Gear. If you're looking to mod out your John 5 with a custom pickguard, I definitely recommend getting one from these people because they're only like 30 bucks and they're nice. Even though they're one ply, they're still super thick and durable. And for my strings, of course, I'm going with String Joy. I cannot brag on these guitar strings enough. They feel great, they sound great, they're really durable. I don't think I've ever had a String Joy string break on me. They last for a long time. I mean, you name it, they're it. I mean, they even stay in tune better than any other guitar string I've ever used. They are just top-notch quality. That's everything with the building aspects of the guitar, so let's look at it in its new form. I cannot be any more happy with how this guitar turned out. It looks fan-freaking-tastic. The black body and black pickguard is so reminiscent of the Vandalism Strat, and those silver accents from the pickups and the plates just look so good. But what really ties it together for me is the headstock. That matching black paint with the chrome really sets it above any other guitar that I have outside of my Fano. And that double binding knocks this guitar out of the park. I mean, I just can't get over how well this guitar looks now. And that's not to say it looked bad before, but I just really prefer this look. But it's kind of funny. When I got done building the guitar and I was going to put the old pickguard up, I decided to polish it off just to take one good look at it. And I just saw all these scratches and how scuffed it was where I used to rest my pinky on the high E. And it just, I don't know, it didn't make me feel sad, but it was like, wow, like this thing I have just beaten the heck out of. And I don't know, I didn't even put it up. It's still out because I just like looking at it because it's almost like a milestone achievement for me. So now I'm just going to do a quick little demo just to give you an idea about how the guitar sounds. And then that should be about it. In total, this build cost me around $680. The guitar itself was around $5, the pickups were around $150, and the pick guard was $30. And with the body being made of alder, with a maple neck, with a rosewood fingerboard, you just can't get a stock guitar with these same quality items for that same price. To give you an example, I went over to the Warmoth website where I tried to recreate this guitar as best I could. Keep in mind, they don't carry all the same features or the same building options, but I still try to replicate it like I said. And here's the total of that build. And that $1,400 price tag doesn't include shipping and handling or tax. So there's no telling how much that costs depending on where you live. And you could just get the Fender Custom Shop John 5 Telly, but good lord, that price tag is insane. So there's no telling how much my guitar would cost if I got it built through the custom shop, and there's no telling how long I would wait for it because the waiting period is well over a year. So the reason I call this a custom shop like guitar is because if you don't pick up this squier and do these mods yourself, you're looking at a ton of money that's honestly not even worth it. And really all you're paying for is the name and not the quality of the product. Because with a little research and a little bit of experimenting, you can make your own guitars that are Fender Custom Shop level, if not better. But anyway, thanks for watching. I plan on posting another video soon, probably about another guitar of mine. So until then, I'll see you around.